do is we help people build their brand and profile with video and social media. And when we talk about that, a lot of people think they've got to get really high-tech equipment and spend a lot of money and all that sort of thing. You don't need to spend a lot of money. These things here do 4K, which is basically what you watch on TV. So the quality is really high. It's just a matter of you knowing how to use this thing as to what you do. So we're not going to be able to touch on too much of that today, obviously for time. So how important is video? Basically, the average person here, you spend, how much? Really? Wow. 100 minutes a day watching videos online. 100, so that's over an hour and a half of your day is spent watching videos online. It's not that much. So that's where your time's going, and a lot of that's taken off TV now because we're watching a lot less TV and doing this sort of thing. If you've watched, who does watch TikTok? Oh, sorry, who doesn't look at TikTok yet? Okay, you're about to get smashed with TikTok because that's where everything's at. That's where the audience is going to. So let me give you a bit of a rundown. With TikTok's audience, basically 50% of their audience is over 30. So most people think, well, it's just for kids and girls dancing in bikinis. Seriously, they shouldn't be. Nothing personal. That's what most people think it is, but it's not. And in fact, almost 10% of TikTok's audience is actually over 50. So if you're not on TikTok yet, you're missing out on a big part of your market. So I'll just a couple more details about, so see if you can relate to any of these. Why people don't do video marketing. Who does do video marketing here? Awesome. Awesome. A few smart ones, and the rest are just becoming smarter. So 23% say they don't have time. I can show you how you've definitely got time. 16% don't know where to start with creating video. Hello. 13% don't feel it's needed. 10% think it's too expensive. You can actually do all this, like I said, with this. And if you do want to buy any equipment, we can get you completely set up for less than $100 to have really good video done on here that's good enough for your website, social media, all over the place. And use these things for your database as well. 7% think they are unclear on the ROI, or we can cover that one as well very easily. And there's some others there, but 79% of people plan on starting using video this year. Who's thought about using video for their business but haven't done it yet? Okay, the rest of you, hopefully this works to get you engaged because you really need to get there. I'll try and skip over a bunch of stuff. This thing here is the most underrated marketing tool you have. If you know how to use that thing, which is very, very easy, using this smartphone, like I said, this is all you need to actually get your videos going. What I would recommend as well is just a small lapel microphone that you can pick up from Amazon for 15 bucks. Now, probably spend a little bit more if you can, but seriously, you can get a lapel mic for 15 bucks that will do the trick for you. And then get a tripod, which is really easy. Again, you can get a tripod that is like a gimbal, and it's a, what do you call it, selfie stick, all in one for 35 bucks from Amazon. And that's all you need. And if you need any lights, you can pick them up for about 50 bucks, all you're gonna need. Now, obviously that's not a highly professional setup, but that will get video well and truly good enough for you to be able to use, put out there wherever it needs to go. It's a matter of being in front of people as much as you possibly can. That's what's going to make the difference. It's being in front of them with good content that they want to see. That's it. Good content that they want to see consistently in front of people. That's how you'll get a really, really good message across in front of people. My main point I want to get across today is pull this thing out, start creating videos that people want to see and hear using this, and then put that out everywhere. So, what content do people want to hear? I'm going to give you 2 questions to ask yourself that will give you unlimited content. So number 1 question is this: What are the 5 most asked questions you get from your potential customers or clients? The 5 most asked questions you get from your potential clients. Because the reality is, you think everybody knows everything about you, what you do, and what you're about and what your business does. So, just from this morning, who knew somebody here, but then when you actually sat down and talked to them, you're like, wow, I didn't know that about you or your business or what you did. Anyone else? Okay, you thought you knew them until you start talking to them. That's what your customers are like. They think they know about you and what you do and how you work, but they don't. For example, real estate. So most people don't sell real estate for 5, 10, 20, 30 years. So real estate agents, because you do it every day, all day, you think people know about what you do to sell a house, how to get a house ready for sale, about getting information for a solicitor, about building and pest inspections. It's just part of what happens. But most people aren't involved in that. So they don't know what to do. They don't know how to set up for an open home. They don't know how to prepare their house for home, for photos, getting a solicitor organised, to what do I need to do to go to get a mortgage broker for information, etc., etc. So whatever your business is, the things that you take for granted, they don't know. So just assume that they don't know and start talking. So start with the first 5 most important questions, and then the next one, very similar, but it's a little bit different. What are the 5 biggest fears people are trying to overcome when they're dealing with you? The 5 biggest fears. Because if people are buying something, the chances are it's either to satisfy a need that they have to make them feel better, or because they're scared of something that they need to get over. So if you work out those questions, ask yourself those questions, sit down, take some time and do that. You'll start writing down, you'll get 5 and then you go, hang on, I've got 10, and then, oh wow, look at this one, and then you've got another 5 there, and you'll have so much content to be able to put out that seriously, you'll have enough content to be able to keep going forever. And then what you'll do is you'll get responses on things, and people will comment on something and they're like, but I said that here, but you didn't explain it well enough, because again, you think you've explained it well, but not quite. So that's about getting the content. So get the content, pull this thing out, get the content, film it, throw it out everywhere on all the different platforms. Does that make sense? Is that cool? So I want to, like I said, I got 10 hours in 10 minutes, so bear with me. So 4 basics of a good video. Number 1 is the content that we just talked about, which I'm going to go into a little more detail soon. The content for it. Number 2, stability. That's why you need a tripod. People don't want to get seasick watching you. So get a tripod, make it nice and stable. Number 3, the audio. We as humans are really strange creatures. When we watch the videos, we always read the captions. Does anyone else read the captions while the video's up? Yeah, we all watch the captions and read the captions. But if the audio's crap, no one's going to watch your video. Now they're reading the captions anyway, but they're not going to watch your video. We are weird people. So just remember that the audio needs to be good, which is why I recommend getting a microphone. $15 if that's all you got, grab that one. But if you can get it a little bit more expensive, that's great. There's also wireless microphones you can get as well, which work really well. Happy to give any recommendations or whatever if anyone wants them on what to get. And the other one is your lighting. So I'll keep it really, really simple with the lighting. Basically, you need more light in front of you than from behind, because otherwise you look like a silhouette, and nobody wants a silhouette and they can't see you properly. That turns people off watching your video. Outside natural lighting is the best lighting you can ever possibly get. So if you're inside doing a video and there's a big window or something like that in front of you, and then you've got a wall or whatever behind, that's going to work great. But you can get some lighting for about $50 or something. Thank you. So that's all you need for that. So they're the 4 basics to creating a good video. One of the other things is videos are very personal and very generic. When you're creating a video, It's best not to go, hey everybody, because that's very impersonal. You're talking to everybody. Now you might be talking to thousands of people, and hopefully you are. You just say, I just wanted to tell you about. Let me explain how this works. See, I'm talking to you personally, not to everybody. So that's one of the main things. The other things with video as well is it's a great way to build trust. They've done study in 2 different universities in America, and just by people seeing people on video, the more they see them on video, the more they build trust. So one of the key factors in business, in any business, is the trust factor. If you want to build trust, one of the best things to do is get on video with good content consistently. You'll build the trust. And if somebody trusts you, where are they going to go to buy that product or service? They're going to go to you because you've built that trust. You haven't even met them yet. You don't even know they exist. But they're following you, they're watching you, and you're building trust. You're building a relationship with them, and you had no idea they were there. What you'll find is people will actually start following you. They won't like, they won't comment, they won't do anything. But when you talk to them, they'll tell you all about everything you've said, about your life, about where you've been on holidays, about everything. And you're like, whoa, that is really scary. But it's what happens. But that's exactly what you want, because you want that because you know they're following you. The first few times that happened to me, I freaked out. But then, no worries. It's all good. Okay. I just wanted to cover a couple of other things real quick. Oh, which way to do the video? To hold your camera. This is a real weird one. Now, obviously, you can get professional photography and stuff like that done. I'm not dissing that at all. In fact, it's a really good thing to do in some situations. My thing today is about getting you to pull this thing out, get out there and spread your message with really good content where you're serving people. You're not trying to get them to buy something. You're giving them good content to serve them and help them. That's the bottom line. So hold it. If you're going to do YouTube videos and Facebook, basically landscape is the best way to go. With all the what we call short form vertical videos at the moment, obviously it's vertical. There's a reason for called vertical videos. That's what we do. TikTok, Reels, Instagram, that sort of thing. Mostly it's this way. Now this will be very generic, what I'm explaining right now. And there's a bunch of idiosyncrasies with it. But that's the main way that you will be filming for the short form videos, etc. as well as vertical wise. TikTok, Reels. Reels is now on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook's doing whatever they can to retain their audience at the moment. And YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you've probably seen YouTube Shorts, little videos come up vertically. They're called Google's YouTube Shorts. Basically, they've just copied TikTok as well and jumped in on the game because they realise how popular it is and how well it's working. That's probably about as much as I've got time for today. Let me scripting real quick. Title. Come up with a title. You need to grab people's attention when you're doing a video. And then, so have one main message you want to get across. Then that message, break it down into different points. And then have a nice call to action for your ending. Cool. Thank you very much.